held in this one. They've led by as many as 10. Karl Anthony Towns had a solid first quarter with 11. Has 11 at the half. And it's the Knicks 60-54 in Cleveland. It's NBA halftime. It is presented by Kia from Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson with Chuck and Kenny, and sitting in for Shaq, who will be here in a postgame show. It's Draymond
Why
Green.
is he coming in just for the postgame?
He's on his way back from the West Coast, where his son was graduating from Sacramento State today.
He took the day off. Draymond's doing a great job.
Hey, I know we're all five going to be here.
Okay.
We don't need five people to talk about two teams.
There you go. Thank you,
do.
Chuck.
Come on.
Yeah, no, we don't.
I want to welcome Shaq.
Come on.
I don't want him
so
back.
Weak.
I want him gone, period.
Hey, let's pick up where we left off in the pregame show, talking about Allen and Mobley for Cleveland.
They both played well. First of all, I don't even know if you can take a team serious. They come out in a must-win game and give up 37 points the first quarter. I mean, are you kidding me? 37 points the first quarter.
That was the most the Knicks have scored in this series in any quarter.
You can't tell me you're serious about winning. But Jarrett Allen, I told you, man, this guy frustrates me because he got so much talent. I love his athletic ability. He's just not aggressive enough for me. And Mobley, them the two guys to me who have an advantage, because they don't have an advantage on the perimeter. They have this size advantage. They got 28 points in the paint. That's going to be the difference, in my opinion. Those two big guys.
Difference of what? Winning this game or not winning this series or what? What do you mean difference?
Both.
Okay.
This series, if the Cavs can win the next two games, things going to change. But obviously, this is a must-win.
Halftime highlights presented by Kia. And to your point about the points in the paint, it has been all New York in this series, 59-39. But in this one, that's what they're averaging in the series. But in this one, the Cleveland's got the advantage.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to talk points in the paint as well, because what it says is it speaks on the mentality. And so right here, Mikal Bridges puts his head down and just goes through Dean Wade's chest. And when you come out like that in a must-win game for the opposing team, right here, how do you negate the bigs? Beat them down the floor. But again,
how many times did we see that too, Draymond?
Exactly, and he don't even go for the layup. He just puts his shoulder in his chest. Then Cleveland started to flip the script a little bit. They started to get downhill, started to get some points in the paint, and the game changed for them. But what worries me most, they started getting the points in the paint and changed the game a bit. They're at home and made a run, and they're still down 6 at halftime, and New York is not playing great. That's a little bothersome for Cleveland.
Yeah, they did rally to tie the game at 50, but at the half, 60-54. What got your attention?
What got your attention is when you come off that bench for you a Nick, you be ultra aggressive. No, okay, Draymond, you too young. You too young. You got to be 50 or over. You got to be 50 or over to run.
Come on, we can start here.
You got to be 50 or over. This is a disadvantage for me. Come on, man. You got to be 50 or over to be running to the board, man. You can't be 31 years old running to the board against me. No way, man. It's half my age plus 7. That's what you got to be able to run to the board. So anyway, if you're the New York Knicks and you're coming down, the one thing you have to do, after the defensive possession, we can get through this now. You get the defensive stop down here. Now it's downhill. Be ultra aggressive when you come into the game. Your Landry, Shamet, sprint to the shot. Freeze it. Don't hesitate. Knock down. Go. Let it go. Don't hesitate. Look at the bench. Hands in the air. Knowing the shot is going up before he even catches it. Again, they're pressuring Brunson in the backcourt. So now what happens, so freeze it here. You're pressuring him because Shamet and McBride and all of these guys are active. Now all of a sudden when he drives, you're not helping off that corner if you're Donovan Mitchell and he gets fouled going to the basket. Again, McBride's in the long corner. You're coming over here. Shamet, you get the ball back to Brunson. Now we're being ultra aggressive. When the ball comes to me, be ultra aggressive. I'm trying to score. Ball, freeze it. The ball was a bounce. It came off, bounce. He still goes. I'm still letting it go. Look at the bench. Bench knows they're screaming it before it happens. That's the reason why I think the Knicks, man, we might be, should we say it?
Bring it on to the finals.
No. Don't go where you think you were going.
Oh, my goodness.
57% shooting in the first half for New York, 60 points in the first. What has become a nightly occurrence here on our show is this date in NBA history. We're going back 50 years.
Oh, my goodness.
50 years.
Who was doing the show with you?
50 years ago. It's so funny. George
And Draymond, I thought you were funny in the roast.
Back then, I used to be.
You were funny in the roast. This guy's now roasting people.
I beat George Mike into the board, as a matter of fact.
That's hilarious.
Here's Scoop D'Agostino.
Oh, my God.
Mr. and Mrs. North and South America and all the ships at sea. Let's go to press. May 23rd, 1976. Dave Cowens, not too shabby for a cabbie. A year before his one-night career as a B-Town taxi driver, Dave Cowens was driving circles around the Phoenix Suns defense in Game 1 of the 1976 NBA Finals. It was there that the not-so-big big man gave the Boston Celtics a real lift, logging the 12th triple-double in NBA Finals history with 25 points, 21 boards, and 10 dimes. The uber-energetic Cowens averaged 20 and 16 for the series, standard fare for the 8-time All-Star, as Boston claimed its 13th banner with a 4-2 series victory. You know, years later, Ernie was inspired by Cowens to start his own cab service. He was asked to turn in his keys that same day. Dave Cowens, however, driving opponents crazy as the bus driver on the 76 Celtics. As always, we're giving you the scoops on hoops right here on Great Moments in Playoff History.
Did you know that story about Dave Cowens? Driving a cab one night in Boston?
I did hear it. I read about it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite people and one of the most underrated great players in NBA history.
Yeah, he paid $35 to become part of the Independent Taxi Operators Association because he wanted to take his buddy around the city. And any fares he picked up, he could keep.
How long ago was that?
This is mid-'70s.
Would you say,
my mom,
think about this, though.
68.
I'm not saying that because doesn't Draymond play similar to Dave Cowens the way he played in terms of intensity and defensive and being undersized?
Did you say he averaged 20 and 16 in the playoffs?
Okay. You trying to
I'm not trying to do anything.
I said in terms of the intensity being undersized and defending, you guys play very similar. You play just look up the Dave Cowens hustle.
It's in black and white, right?
No, it's in color. That's just fake. That's the way we did it.
Hall of Famer.
Dave Cowens' stats are ridiculous. If you kids Google
you were very similar on the defensive end.
Hey, you know what happened to me yesterday?
What?
The Rock posted me on his Instagram.
Oh, The Rock?
I lost my mind.
But you were with The Rock on the race.
He posted on his Instagram.
Rock's one of my favorite people.
That's incredible.
You were funny, man. You were funny.
The Rock is one of my favorite people, man.
Let's do a roast at halftime of Chuck.
That's easy.
I'm down.
Hey, Senor Francis.
Stare at Chuck's tie long enough, you see churros.
Hey, Senor Francis, pay attention to the moneymaker, brother. Don't worry about no damn tie.
That's a good-looking tie, Chuck.
Thank you, man.
That is not a
Shut the hell up, Francis.
Here are your player warm-ups presented by McDonald's.
I'm down 0-2. All the rest can wait.
Donovan Mitchell and the guys back in there.
I don't understand that. I ain't gonna lie.
No, these guys got to give autographs.
I don't understand.
I know. I couldn't do it.
I can't do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's your guy, Chuckster.
Yeah.
Jarrett Allen, 11 against Toronto, just under 15 against Detroit, 11 and a half against the New York Knicks through the first two games of this series. And Malika Andrews caught up with Jarrett Allen.
Ernie, thank you. Here with Jarrett Allen. And Jarrett, you're back at home where you all have been excellent this postseason, and you're also in sort of familiar territory. You were down 0-2 last series. What can you lean on from that experience this time around?
Like you said, just our experience being down 2-0. These games aren't easy, but we have to trust in our offense and trust in our defense and trust in the people around us to get it done.
You said after the last game, speaking of trust, you actually trusted and liked the stops that you were getting. You got them when necessary. It was your shot making, not making shots, that was the problem. You're big on process. What does that process look like tonight?
It's doing the same thing over again. We didn't make a lot of our shots, but we got a lot of open looks. We got a lot of our best shooters, a lot of open shots. Sam and Max, they weren't able to knock it down last game, but have full confidence in them to knock them down tonight. I'm
going to get specific here because I like to give our viewers something to watch for in this game.
Yeah.
The defense on Josh Hart, it's been a big topic of conversation.
Right.
Game 1, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Game 2, maybe a little less so.
Right.
Should we be looking for you again to be playing that free safety role tonight?
I think it's going to have to be a mix tonight. Josh Hart, he proved that he can hit shots. You know, he took something like like 11 threes last game. We have to respect him as a shooter, but at the same time, my job is to protect the rim. So can't fully give away the strategy of the night, but we have to find a mix in between.
All right. I appreciate not fully giving away the strategy of the process. Jarrett, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Ernie, back to you.
Question for you, Draymond. When Malika asked him, hey, look, you came back from 2-0 down in the previous series. What can you carry from that experience? Is there carryover? Is there something you can rely on at this point in this series?
No, because the Knicks are more physical than them. And if you can't change that, I don't care what experience you had before. If I'm just more physical than you, I'm out rebounding you, I'm pushing you around. There's no experience before that's changing that. So they have to change their mindset. And the last series they won isn't going to change that for them.
Cavs have scored under 100 4 times in this postseason, which matches how many times in the regular season they were held under 100.
Rockland had a hell of a career, man.
That's crazy.
Hell of a career.
That's all you think? A hell of a career?
A hell of a career? What else am I supposed to say?
He's the biggest movie star in the world.
I know that, but I'm saying he's had a hell